Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome to the Banner Guide Spooky Trick or Treat Recruit Part 2. Hey guys, Katsuma Gaming here. Let's talk about the upcoming banner, shall we? First, I want to take a quick look at the Condo Calendar for this month, just as a reminder. Next banner is of course Part 2, which we are currently talking about. After that, we only know so far that Lolisa is coming, with that of course her own banner, and what's coming after we don't know, but we think that second anni should maybe come next month, so just want to let you know to keep that in mind for later discussions about if you should pull on this banner or not. Anyway, let's get started by looking at the tier list. And I already sorted the 2 missing units in here, because if you didn't know already, I made a new whole document with lots of information about all the units and an updated tier list that includes all units up to the end of this month. So yes, it also includes Lolisa. This list doesn't. So if you want to check out how good Lolisa is, maybe check out the video, check out the doc, check out the file. And again, I'm working on the Google Sheets version right now, so bear with me, it should come soon. It's just a lot of work to actually port it over. But yeah, first unit I want to talk about is of course Kameko. The big thing about Kameko is that she is a team passive trait provider. In that case, she provides 6% water damage boost for all units in your team. With that, she's at least in the passive trait unit tier list, of course, but if we take a look at her 2 skills, which is one damage skill with 197%, 179%, sorry, which is actually pretty high, and a small cooldown reduction, so 4-second cooldown reduction, but you can see it's a really long cooldown, even with the 4 seconds, that's a 24-second cooldown, so you see she's only good to use like 1 or 2 skills and then go away. And then skill 2 is water magic damage with an HP condition, so up to 273%. The cool thing about that is, compared to Melissa, you don't need gauge or anything. The moment you come in, you should have high HP, so you should proc this condition pretty much all the time. So if she's actually coming in for 1 or 2 skills, it's not too bad, but you probably still don't want it. But since she's actually pretty decent as a slot 2 unit, I'm putting her in tier A for now. Second unit is of course Erika. First up, she is a physical passive trait, nothing too crazy here, but she has a pretty high attack stat, I think, so she's one of the better subs for other Erikas, I think, though I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I have in mind. She's a light unit, and with that she has one skill that deals of course light damage and also applies a minor cooldown reduction, so again 4 seconds. This time only 60 seconds cooldown, so in theory you have a CDR skill every 12 seconds. Skill 2 is a speed boost skill, but sadly only self speed boost. In exchange for that, the duration is 16 seconds and the skill is 17 seconds, so you pretty much stealth speed the whole time. Which is still really good, especially now since we are lacking really good light units. But we all know second anni is coming with other really strong light units. It just makes it hard for her to compete. She would be so good if she has a team speed boost, but sadly she doesn't. So with that in mind, I'm placing her into the A tier for now, because I know I just said she's strong, but she will fall off soon, and I just want to reflect it here, not putting her in like a meta unit just to push her down in like 2 banners maybe even, and that's why I'm just putting her into the A tier. There's one last unit that I want to talk about, which is not pullable, but it's the welfare. That's right, we got a new welfare unit, which is Meru. And for that, let me just put it in real quick to show it off. And there it is. This is the welfare Meru. And the cool part about her is that she also has a team passive trait, and it's also water. Compared to Komekko, it's only 3%, so you have in theory a 3% damage loss, but she's free. You can get her for free, which I think is really crazy. So of course, if you want to rank really high in arena and you want to get every last bit of damage out, of course you need her, but for especially all the free-to-plays and low spenders, that Meru is really good in that regard. And with that, let's just talk about should you pull on this banner or not, and my honest opinion is no. As I just said, you get a really good alternate version as a replacement for Komekko in the new Mel or Meru. Sorry if I say Meru. I'm a Japanese player. I'm sorry. But you don't really need her unless you run a rank really high. And again, Erika, she's good now, but we get auto light units pretty soonish, and I think saving your quads for these auto light units is way more important. So TLDR here again. Kameko, Team Wasser, Team Water, passive trade provider, decent backline. Erika, good for now, will fall off later. Welfare Meru, also team passive trade provider, but only 3% compared to the 6% from Komekko. Don't pull unless you are a whale or a collector or you just like these units, but I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish you all happy Halloween and summer. I wish you all good luck if you pull. Otherwise, you know, maybe like, subscribe, support me to make more guides and more content. Check out my other videos as well. And with that, all that's left to say is see you all next time.